Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another video about Python. In this video we're going to be covering user input in Python. So basically user input is kind of like if you've done other programming languages, say for example Java, it's basically like the scanner. So it accepts input from the user. So let's say you ask a question, the computer asks you a question, and then over here you would type in the answer, and then you could send it to the computer, and the computer will store it in a variable, or you can do many other things with it, but that's just one example. So in this case, I'm gonna run a little example with you guys, so to help you understand. So basically, we have a variable name. So to accept user input, you could do this is one of the many ways, but for example you can put in a variable and then you can type in input and whatever is in it will be stored into the name variable. So input and then say what is your name, and then this will ask you a question, what is your name, when you run the code, and then you can put in your name and then it'll be stored in name. Let me prove that to you guys real quick. Print name. So first of all, it's gonna ask you what is your name. You're gonna type your name. It's gonna be stored in name, and then it'll print the name. So, or no, actually, let's do something better than this. Let's do a couple more. Age, and then say input. Uh, how old are you? And then, just for the sake of it, let's also add height. Input. How tall are you? So, first it's going to ask you this, then you're going to type in the answer, then it's going to ask you this, then you're going to type in the answer, then this. And for this one, you need to be careful because this will be stored as a string. Here, age, we don't want age to be stored as a string because it's a number, so it's better to just put it as int and then put the rest in uh, parentheses, and this is basically typecasting where it'll turn all of this from a string into the integer. And same thing here. Height is usually a double value or a floating point value because it has decimals. So you do the same thing, float, and then you put it in parentheses. And then for this, let's make it a little more convenient, I guess. So print, we don't just want to print the name because that's just weird. So we put hello and then name. Next, we'll do print, say you are centimeters tall. And then here we will put age, or sorry, height. Oh, I forgot about the age. Let me just move that down then. Okay, so basically again, there's a problem here, which I talked about before. Typecasting. Height is a float, and this is a string. So to put a float or an integer inside of a string, you have to use typecasting. So again, str, and then put the height in parentheses, and there you go. The error is gone. Here, again, print you are age years old. And then again, this is an integer and this is a string. So you have to put it in, you have to typecast. So str, and there you go. That's the perfect code, I hope. So what is your name? My name is Yusuf. Enter. How old are you? 20 years old. Enter. How tall are you? I'm 181 centimeters tall. So, hello Yusuf. You are 20 years old. You are 181 centimeters tall. So there you go. That's the short lesson on user input. I hope you guys learned something new today, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe for more Python and computer science content.